Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Well, it's not unbelievable, is it? Because it does happen from time to time. Zwift has crashed right at the start. It's always heart rate. For some reason at the moment, it's always heart rate that makes it crash. So we just have to start again. And hopefully get on without being too far behind the run. So hello everybody, welcome along to Monday community run. We run around the reservoir. If I can get myself sorted here, bear with me while I sort life out. It says late again. I wasn't late, I was fine. I was perfectly in time and Zwift crashed. annoying. So it's 10k round the reservoir in New York, and we'll get going as soon as I've logged on. We're a minute late already. I'm 99% certain we'll get a late join, so it'll be alright. If we don't get a late join and I'm locked out, then we're in trouble. Then I'll go and cry in the lounge. I won't. But let's see. So, just have to do a bit of catching up. Right now, look, heart rate. I'm going to do blue because at the moment it's causing all sorts of problems. Start one. There we go. Start run. Is it going to start? Let's see. Let's get moving. Finding runners. So yeah, they are going to dump. So I'm going to finish on slightly less than everybody else. There we are. Right, let me talk to everybody in game, because now obviously I've messed up. Everyone, welcome to the Monday. Right, so we started to run my guide crash. Hello Amanda Allison, hello Sebastian Vogt, hello Tina, hello Anthony Anderson, hello Craig Dennis, hello Sebastian, oh you already said Sebastian. Well, hello guys. Nice to have you with us. And we are off. Everyone else has done 400 metres already. So the yellow leaf will be run at 10 kph. Anna says tech problems. All is well. The good thing is, you know that if I have tech problems, everything is okay with the world. Anna says, have a great run, everyone. Craig says, good evening, all. Sat enjoying my birthday dinner. Happy birthday, Craig. Alison, Amanda, do you want me to slow down for you? We all love bacon. Thanks for looking after things for 300 metres. Amy says, hello everyone, sorry I can't join. I've ended up in Wales, don't ask. So I had to run outside earlier, right. No, now you say don't ask. Why are you in Wales, Amy? My goodness, Tina has also run outside this afternoon. And I have to tell you, Victoria has also run outside this afternoon. So Amy, Tina and Victoria have all done runs outdoors today. Amy Green from Tina Binnard and my wife Victoria have all run outside today! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark. What do they think they're doing? Now, 1 kilometre down, although I'm 300 metres behind. So the big question is, everyone, will I be making up the 300 metres at the end of this run? Exactly. It sounds like a very dangerous place that I don't go to. Nikki says I need to put my foot down. Amy has been a very good granddaughter and has gone to visit her grandmother in hospital. So well done, Amy. Well, Amy, now I have news for you. So I don't know how long ago it was that you sent us very kindly the thermometer, which we called the Amy Green Memorial Thermometer. And it's been running perfectly well for I don't know how long. It is well over a year. Anyway, for the first time today, I've had to replace the battery. So I don't know how long that battery's lasted. 1, 2 years? Today, first time I had to replace the battery in the AGMT. That's Amy Green Memorial for Darren Evans wants to know, what time do we think Paula Radcliffe could have run with today's modern super shoes? We saw the new world record on Sunday at the Berlin Marathon for the women's marathon, down now to 2 hours 11 minutes. Phenomenal run, as long as she's clean. So, if Paula Radcliffe had had super shoes, what time would she have managed? Amazing women's marathon world record at Berlin on Sunday. Now down to 2 hours 11 minutes. Anthony says, have you signed up for Tour of Watopia? No, I haven't, but I will. We will definitely do some Tour of Watopia events. Tina has spotted that Seb has changed his top. Oh yes, the lake's empty. I hadn't noticed. I shall tell everyone. By the way, it looks like the reservoir is empty. Thank you for pointing that out, Anna. That is very strange, isn't it? Tina says the new PACK running club vest is awesome. Tina says, just saying, the fact that mine looks like you work in a takeaway restaurant. Is that what you're saying? And they have got PACK written on the back, and I haven't got FMR written on the back, which I should have. Yeah, Kirk says, can't see any water. I know! What's going on? Maybe there is a tsunami about. That's what happens when all the water disappears, isn't it? There's a tsunami coming. Anthony reckons they're getting rid of the blue algae. So, talking about the AGMT, it is warm in here tonight. 25 degrees Celsius inside shed quarters, with 2 kilometres done. Just about, anyway, nearly 2 kilometres. And we're running around this modern version of New York with spaceships flying around and glass roads above us. I need to put a target, hang on. And I need to turn the camera angles back on. Right, target, 10k, camera angles, on. I have been in Amsterdam when they have been dredging some of the lakes and canals. It's amazing what they find down there. Amanda Allison's had a heart rate failure, so she's now flatlining. Victoria's back from her, well, she was back from her run ages ago, but she's now back from taking Ellis to track. And she says, hello, happy Monday, everyone. If I have a heart, please pause my car. That's what they say, isn't it? Exactly, Amanda. Priorities. Don't worry about calling the ambulance, just make sure my Garmin's paused. I watched, of course, I fallen over the other day and tried to start calling emergency services. I didn't know how to stop it, and eventually ended up stopping the run, which was really annoying. Anthony Anderson says, I watched the Mammoth Mountain race over the weekend. Says it was a good race. What's the Mammoth Mountain race, Anthony? Do enlighten us. I had not fallen over. I don't know why. Decided. Oh, the Mammoth Mountain is a Golden Trail series, is it? I didn't know that. I'll have to look that one up. I don't think I've heard of the Mammoth Mountain race before. We are extremely skilled at voice to text. Although when it goes wrong, it can be hilarious. Nikki Redpath says, I'm an old-fashioned typer. Just let everyone know that we are streaming live, by the way. Victoria is making Sebastian a coffee. She says that she's going to bring it out. Does anybody else want Victoria to make her a coffee? Victoria is making coffee for Sebastian. Does anyone else need a drink? Swiper, no swiping. Elliptic. Name the children's TV program. Swiper, no swiping. Yeah, Dora the Explorer. Kurt got it. Right, Theo wants coffee. Beer for Steffi. Tea for Nikki. Coffee with oat milk and a mince pie for Carol. Victoria, I hope you're getting this. Victoria is writing this all down with her quill. Amanda, I have already seen a photo of Carol's mince pie purchase. Carol, Victoria wants to know if you want a mince pie with or without Marmite. Yeah, Carol says mince pies are now available in the co-op. Carol, I don't think Amanda shops at the co-op. But only Waitrose will do her. Victoria, Carol will have a mince pie with rum and raisin ice cream. Oh, Carol, sorry, Amanda. Amanda's a little guy kind of girl. Hello, Darren. Darren has also been running outside today. He says, have a lovely run, guys. Just returned from my outdoor run. Esbov wants anything with bacon. Okay, initially Victoria was only getting drinks, but now she seems to be a full-on cafe with food as well. Bacon milkshake. I like it. Bacon milkshake. Sounds yummy. Does anyone remember hedgehog flavoured crisp? Lidl. That's how we pronounce it. How do the Germans pronounce Lidl? Is it Lidl? Yeah, that's what I thought. Lidl. Right, we're just coming up to 4 kilometres done. Four kilometres up. Amanda's doing 1 more kilometre. Big push, Amanda. Darren also ran with ZLDR earlier on too, so he's had an outdoor run and an indoor run. Jeff Partridge says, good evening slackers, just got in from my run home from work. It's a bit warm out. So that's Darren and Jeff have also been running outside as well. So I am just hearing on the live stream that both Darren Van and Jeff Partridge have also run outside today. And Alison ran outside on Saturday. She says it was brutal. So 4K for everyone else was 300 metres ago. I'm just coming up to 4k now. Like Darren says, do you want to have a chat with regard to his post yesterday about Zwift running? Yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from, Darren. And lots of people feel the same because Zwift running has just been totally sidelined. And absolutely, since we lost Sean and Craig, who were heading up running on Zwift, it has, you're totally right, it has really died a death. There's nothing being arranged or organised. But that said, you're also correct that it is seasonal. So when we had the pandemic, we had a massive influx of runners on Zwift. Loads of people bought treadmills, and yeah, it was really vibrant. But in general, since I've been running on Zwift, it has always been seasonal. So you don't get very many people running in the summer, and you get many more people in the winter. And that's what will happen again. So as we come into the winter time, you'll find more people coming inside onto the treadmills, more people running on Zwift. But we do need to be a community who organises runs for each other. So we need to have people who are willing to step up and organise group activities. So like yourself, like me, like John Hancock, like Ryan Downey, who are setting up and organising these runs regularly every week for people. We don't have very many races, that's true, so we could probably organise races more on Zwift. But of course, each of us is finite with the amount of time that we can offer. I do as much as I can, but the other good news is that we do have somebody now employed by Zwift who is looking in to making more of an effort with Zwift Run. And it's not going to happen overnight, but I honestly believe that Zwift Run will have another impetus of work, and we'll have a dedicated team who will try and get Zwift running off the ground again. And that will happen, whether it takes another year or 2 years, but it is definitely on the Zwift roadmap. They have not forgotten Zwift running. Well, they have at the moment, but it is there. So yeah, the Zwift Elite Runners Group. Okay, so that is one thing that we are lacking on Zwift is the elite runners, the really fast runners. And that's probably because racing on Zwift is not a thing that you can do with any degree of certainty, because you don't know who's cheating. You don't know who has failed to set up their equipment properly. You know, they might not deliberately be cheating, but they might not know how to set up their equipment so it's calibrated correctly. So when you're racing on Zwift, you can't be sure that it's a level playing field. And so I think the elite runners haven't really bought into Zwift running as much as the elite cyclists have with Zwift cycling. So that is a problem. But in terms of Zwift HQ, I don't think they will see that so much as a problem, because what they want to attract, Zwift HQ want to attract your average fitness runner. Somebody who might go to the gym once or twice a week, somebody who's mid-pack, who does the occasional park run, 5k or 10k race, maybe 1 marathon or 2 marathons in their lifetime or something like that. You know, your average runner, because that is a far larger proportion of the population than elite runners. So Zwift will be more focused on that section of the market in terms of, you know, future revenue opportunities.
Yes, we do have good runners on Zwift. We do have some fast runners, definitely. But certainly the elites aren't really here. You know, the elite runners have only been here because they've been paid by Zwift. So people like Mo Farah and Tom Evans have only run on Zwift because they've been paid, and Johnny Brownlee, the triathletes who are good runners as well, have been paid by Zwift to run on Zwift. But there's no reason why we can't try harder to set up Zwift running for faster runners and get more races for them. Victoria's bought me a drink. Oh, apparently this is Sebastian's coffee. Sebastian, your coffee has arrived. Sebastian, your coffee has arrived. Right, Carol. Victoria has just been to the co-op and she's reporting that there are no mince pies available for sale. No mince pies at our local co-op. Victoria has just been to the co-op and there are no mince pies. It is hot coffee. Yes. Sorry. Did you want iced latte? Sorry, Jarrett. Did you want an iced latte? Right, I think Amanda has gone, has she? Amanda's done her 5k. So she's gone. Thank you, Amanda. Sorry, I didn't see you go. Well done, well done for your 5k. So we're well over halfway now. 4.5k left to go of the Monday community run. Darren says, the average runner can always become a fast runner thanks to our great teamwork. Yes. And he says, I really love the platform and the Zwift community. So do we. Yes, I totally agree with you. And I think really we're reading from the same page, Darren. It's just, I know that you're frustrated. Yeah, I guess I am as well. But I also have, you know, this meeting that I had with Zwift HQ, which gave me some positivity, some hope for the future. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep working as a community to build up Zwift running. You know, we're not asking people to run on Zwift every single day, but keep the community alive, keep it going by joining a run once, twice, 3 times a week. Get outside as well, of course. And then hopefully Zwift will start to put something back into the run community and we'll get some new things, especially for run. Yeah, for Darren, Zwift is a really important resource because he lives in Malta, where it's a small island full of cars, construction, and it's polluted and very hot at times as well. And so he says there's a lack of nature. So Zwift is important for Darren, as it is important for us, because we love the community that we've got here. Right, 10 kilometres now still. And we're just past 6k in the Beacon group, or just around. Sorry, we're just coming up to 6k for the Beacon group. 6 kilometres now, for the yellow beacon group. There you go, for the voice to text fail. Yes, good luck to anyone doing the wine glass marathon. Darren will definitely arrange something. Let me get my final 100 miler out of the way. So Victoria and myself have got one more 100 miler this year on October the 15th. When we've done that, we are back into speed work. So we'll be running fast from November onwards. We'll be starting fast work. And then from January, we will be doing the Brighton Marathon training sessions. By the way, we have decided on Brighton Marathon for this year's big Zwift meetup. Everyone and anyone is welcome to join us in the UK for the Brighton Marathon on April the 7th. Sorry, yes, next year, 2024. If you can't get tickets to a marathon, there is also a 10k race on the same day. We'll be starting Brighton Marathon training sessions in January here on the platform. One interval session and one long run per week, as we have done for the past 2 years. The previous 2 years, we had great times at the Paris Marathon. So we thought we would have a change this year and do Brighton. Jeff Partridge has a 16-week training block starting today for the Spine race. Jeff Partridge cannot let go of the Spine. Every year Every year for the past 3 years, I think Jeff has been entering the spine. Maybe longer than that, actually, Jeff. One day he's going to get it done. One day, Jeff will finish the spine. If you don't know what the spine is, it's arguably the toughest race in the UK. 268 miles across the Pennine Way on the spine of the UK, which is why it's called the spine. Meanwhile, here we have 20 minutes left to go and 3 kilometres, just over 3 kilometres left to run. Ollie Mellenster says Brighton would be fun. Yeah, come along. Sign up. Come on, let's get a good crowd going to Brighton. April the 7th next year. Okay, so Jeff Partridge had his first attempt at the spine in 2020, so 3 years ago. This will be my third attempt at the winter race. He did finish the Summer Challenger last year. Okay. Oh yeah, forgotten about that. Well done. You. Full stop. 3 kilometres left for the Beacon group. Remember to support the Zwift community. Sign up for another run this week. Use the companion app to find the best event to fit in your schedule this week. Plenty of runs organised by FMR, ZLDR, MHG, and PACK. You certainly cannot miss Garrett Goat on Friday. Bag that badge on Thursday if you want an achievement badge for one of the run routes. Is this a joke, Jarrett? Says, man, I've got a stiff neck today. Could it be the Viagra stuck in my throat? And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A classic example of what you will hear on Friday. you want a tough interval session, then come and join the Wednesday workout, 5:30 PM UK time. It's turned into an advertising session, this live stream now, hasn't it? Or this run. Jeff Partridge says, Group A for Sebastian on Wednesday. Absolutely. Yes. Anthony says, is the Spine the race organised by Bear Grylls? No. No, it isn't. Right, 15 minutes to go. If we're doing 10 kilometres an hour, there's 15 minutes to go. If you're going faster, then you'll be done soon. If you are about to finish the Monday community run, well done. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week or before. Amy Green says, I might not be back for Wednesday workout. What a shame. By the way, Sarah Jacobson, if anybody's wondering where Sarah Jacobson is, she had a terrible excuse. Apparently she's flying somewhere. She is in the sky right now with no internet access. So she couldn't even smuggle her treadmill onto the plane and do this run with us whilst flying. But, you know, that's just... I'm sure she deliberately organised the work trip at a time that would mean she could get out of doing Monday community run. So Sarah Jacobson is not here because she's in the sky. Amy Green is not here because she's in Wales. Why is Jeff Partridge not here? That's the big question. Slacking on the sofa, drinking wine, which is probably no doubt where Debbie Colville is. I'm glad to see Carol Rushworth has arrived and is with us. Well, she hasn't just arrived, she's been with us for the whole thing. So thank you, Carol, for making an effort. Debbie Colville, black mark in the book for Debbie. Less than 2 kilometres remaining. Yellow beacon group. Jeff Partridge reckons the reason he's not here is because he's already run to and from work today with a heavy pack. Simply no excuse. Simply no excuse. You know, double days, triple days, that's what you need when you said you started training today. So you should have started training with a bang and done 3 runs. John Shaw, hello John, nice to hear from you. John Shaw is on Mayfield, so he didn't quite make it in time for the run, but he is running and he is on the Mayfield track. Nice to hear from you, John. Tina Beard says, I've just eaten my dinner, but I may well be there for Wednesday workout. Tina has been putting in the work actually recently. Wednesday workout, Tina has been going for it. And also on a Friday, Tina has not been doing an easy run on a Friday with us. She's been doing interval sessions in the run. So, pretty good work from Tina all round recently. Carol Rushworth says, Tina, on Wednesday you're in Group B with Sebastian. And I totally agree with Carol. One mile to go for the Beacon Group. Oh, Tina's HRV has dropped. What's mine? Hang on. Oh yeah, mine is unbalanced. 41 unbalanced, mine is. Paul Deering is on. He says 20 miles outside today for me. 3 weeks to York Marathon. Ooh, he'll be back for Wednesday workout. So well done, Paul. Great work. 20 miles today outside. Good effort. And the taper starts now. 3 weeks to York Marathon. Well done, Paul. Well done, Nikki. Thanks for joining. Great effort. Well done, and thanks to everyone for joining today. Awesome work. Full stop. And great chat in-game and on the live stream as well. So Tina's HRV is 49 unbalanced. I think if I was 49, I think I would be balanced at 49. I'm not entirely sure. Definitely 41 milliseconds unbalanced for me. So I'm still not over my illness. I'm sure probably that doing the Ring of Steel race last weekend set my recovery back. Because if you don't know, I had COVID the week before, so the week after coming back from Chamonix, I was very ill indeed. 2 days of being flat out poorly in bed. Well, not in bed, lying on the sofa feeling sorry for myself. But I recovered enough that I felt okay to go up to Scotland and do the Ring of Steel, but obviously I wasn't 100%. And I'm sure going to Scotland and doing that run has set my recovery back a little bit. So I'm still coughing and spluttering a bit. Still not 100%. But, you know, in myself, generally feeling fine. Heart rate has been wavering between zones 2 and 3 during this run. Around about 130 at the moment, BPM. And running at 10 kilometres per hour. So that is definitely still a little high for me. We'll be back in the morning at 11:35 with the Film My Run 500 with Noble Pro. So if you're interested in putting the treadmill up to 12% and climbing a big hill for 40 minutes, come and join us tomorrow. And then, yeah, Tour of Watopia. I need to have a look at Tour of Watopia and see what's going on with that. So thanks to Anderson and Macaulay and Skretberg and Sebastian and Theo Heldorn, who've all run with me. Jarrett's a minute or so behind. McGuinness is a minute behind. Carol Rushworth is back there 3 minutes behind. Well done, Carol. And G. Simon from Spain, or Simon, is 4.5 minutes back. Well done to you guys. Keep it going to the end. We have about 800 metres to go to the finish line. Tina Beard's plan for tomorrow is to earn her FMR shirt and her pack vest. So at least 2 runs for Tina tomorrow. Carol wants to know, Paul Deering, have you run York Marathon before? Anthony, the Tour of Watopia, is that... So are they doing runs though, or is it only cycling? Okay, that's good. So yeah, we'll definitely do Tour of Watopia. So make sure you get signed up for that. Look for it on the companion app. 5 stages, starting on the 2nd of October. Tour of Watopia. Thank you, Sebastian. Sebastian says, thanks as usual, entertaining. So 4 minutes to go of the Monday community run. And then we can all go and have a shower, have our evening meal, or if you're in the States, you can spend the rest of your afternoon at work. Right, Paul Deering says, no, Carol, he has not done the York Marathon before. Victoria says, well done, Paul, on your long run today. Anthony says, good running, everyone. Amy Green says, well done, everyone. I'll have to attempt outside again tomorrow. Oh, yeah, because she hasn't got a treadmill because she's in Wales. So, yeah, go and enjoy the sunshine outside in Wales tomorrow, Amy. We may see you for Wednesday workout, we may not. And all the best to your grandma. Hope she's going to recover okay. Sebastian says, see you on Wednesday. Tina says, well done, everyone. See you in the morning. Well spotted by Anna that the water wasn't in the reservoir. Amazing. I do wonder why that is. So I suppose I am going to have to do the further 90 seconds just to get right up to 10k. Sebastian's already hit 10k. Macaulay's about to hit 10k. McGuinness is about to hit 10k. Well done, guys. 20 metres to the finish line, but I will carry on for another 200 or 300 metres, 200 metres, just to make sure I get up to 10k. Oh, I've just turned around for some random reason. Who knows why? On my own now. Just trying to get up to 10k, just to round off the evening with a nice round number. 100 metres to go, 30 seconds. Jeff Partridge says, I should be on for the FMR 500 tomorrow, unless the E-boss has other plans. Oh, the boss has other plans. Anthony says, my avatar is showboating. Doing random turns for no reason. There we are, 10k done. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Thank you for the chat on YouTube. That was very entertaining this evening. Enjoyed that. Good fun. And we'll be back tomorrow with the Film My Run 500 at 11:35 UK time, 12:35 Central European time. We'll see you then. And yeah, we may have a look at Tour of Watopia then, and see if we can get ourselves signed up for that, starting on October the 2nd. Don't forget, if you do want to join us in Brighton, we are doing the Brighton Marathon on April the 7th, 2024. Training starts in January, live on Zwift. And we will meet in real life in Brighton to either run the Brighton Marathon or the Brighton 10K. Both races on April the 7th. So if you're interested, if you think you might fancy it, come and meet some other Zwifters and we'll have a good weekend together. We'll do something together on Saturday and then we'll do the run on Sunday and we'll all meet up afterwards for a meal. It's always great fun. So please do think about coming to join us in Brighton in April 2024 for the big Zwift meetup. And until tomorrow, we will see you. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, whatever you're doing. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.